Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more Rune Factory. There are two specific things that I'd rather be doing than playing this right now. Unfortunately, Magic Arena is having a lot of issues, so I can't quite play on it. Maybe it'll be better by the time I've finished recording this episode, and then I can start playing Bloomborough on it. I've already drafted out drafted? No, not drafted. I've already opened a sealed pool to start playing on. To start doing some Bloomborough Limited. Unfortunately, then the client started having a lot of issues and I couldn't actually get started playing a game. So hopefully within an hour, or after an hour or so, it's going to be all better and everything's going to be completely fine and there's not going to be any more issues. Hopefully. Who knows? The other thing I'd probably be doing is playing some of the new Minecraft mod pack that I designed. I want to say designed rather than made because I didn't actually make any of the mods for it. I simply chose the mods, for the most part. I chose most of the mods that I decided would wind up going in. So yeah. But to really authentically start playing that, I'll need Azura to be available, and I don't know where she is right now. She might be just at home, she might be out and about. Actually, I haven't heard from her yet today, but I'm sure she's probably just going off doing her own thing, like she usually does in the middle of the day. So, with Magic Arena not working, and Azura nowhere to be found, I'm sure we'll play Minecraft later. And since I have to record a Rune Factory episode today anyway, so, I think, like, it comes up in videos from time to time, but I think that this Minecraft, Let's Play, is a perfect example of what I am doing with my channel. Because, it's like, we decided to start doing it for fun, for the fun of playing a Minecraft mod pack together, but we wanted it to be something new. Specifically, I wanted to use the Minecraft Comes Alive mod, and I couldn't really find any publicly available mod packs that contained it, although it was available on CurseForge. So I decided, you know what? Let's just play this. So let's just make something and figure out how to make it work. We figured out how to make it work. So everything is working out there and everything is going to be fine. Well, everything is probably going to be fine. We're guessing everything is fine. Everything seems to be fine. So, yeah. We had a whole system for setting it up. First, I went through and put in a ton of exploration-themed mods. A whole bunch of stuff that spawns in extra structures and whatnot. I think there are at least 2, maybe even 3 magic-based mods. You know, a lot of nice, fun stuff. And then Azura went in and added in, I think it was like 3, maybe 4, machinery-type mods. There's a Dyson Sphere Project mod that we put in. So I guess one of the ultimate goals for the playthrough is to construct and finish a Dyson Sphere. That'd be cool. So, we had originally made this with the idea that we'd just play it and just have fun and whatever. Have a thing to do, watch YouTube and stuff while we play. And then I thought, it's like, you know what, if we're going to be playing this together, we've been talking about just recording the games anyway. What if I just finally actually record this one? And so I was like, yeah, sure, okay. So I just, you know, set up OBS to work, set up a file on OBS so I can switch to the Minecraft easily, because I'm sure we're going to be doing that a lot, and yes. And yeah, that's basically been it, just start playing, turn it on, start recording. Now here's the big thing. Most YouTube channels, at least most good YouTube channels, most good YouTube channels would then edit the footage. You might get like 4 hours of footage, edit it down to like 20 minutes or so, or if you're doing long play, still like splice it up at the very least. And there were some moments in the first recording session was like 4 hours. There were some moments where I could have absolutely cut it off. I think at like the 2 hours and like 2 minute mark, there was a really funny moment. And see, this is where I'd want to put that in. Actually, wait. I can just put this in right here. So about... Is it right about here? I thought it was. Whatever. Almost right at one of, like, the hour marks. It's just like, oh, hey, look over there, there's a dragon. There is? Huh, it's so far away. I turn around, turn back, dragon's now in my face. Yeah, dragon! Dragon mod. Yeah, spoiler alert, for episode 1, we kind of set up our base a bit too close to a dragon. Turns out as I was playing on, like, render distance 2. So as soon as she gets more than, like, maybe 30 blocks away from something, she cannot see it anymore. Actually, while I was looking through, there's a mod that was available that might be able to fix that. It, like, artificially increases render distance by basically just having a computer save things that it has seen, so you can see them, or at least a version of them, from further away. So it's like, you know, you build your base, you walk like 5 chunks away, you can turn around and see, oh yeah, there's our base over there. But while you're that far away, again, assuming render distance 2 chunks, if someone then builds up on the base, you won't be able to see the new stuff until you walk back closer. I have to talk with the Zor about it, because yeah, that's one of the perks to having our own mod pack. We can just throw in whatever new mods we find, and also remove mods that we found. There was one particular mod that was causing some issues that we had to completely nix, like, immediately. Actually, I just remember. Yeah, we just had to, like, kind of cut it. But yeah, other channels would have, you know, spliced up the video, made multiple episodes, blah blah blah, and that would be better. However, I'm not like other channels. I don't want to bother with editing it all together, making it all nice and pretty. It's like, no, this is us, this is just a long play. It's like, just sit down, just kind of... I mean, if you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. If you don't want to watch it, it's fine. If anything really funny happens, I'll have the footage to splice it into a comedy stream at some point in the future. And, see, that's something I'm actually planning on editing towards. The issue is, I want to wait until I've, like, an hour's worth of funny moments, and right now I think I have less than 10 minutes. So, you know, yeah, I wish, yeah, sometimes I wish I was, you know, a big enough name in the entertainment, YouTube industry, whatever, so people in the comments could be all like, oh yeah, such and such timestamp, now that's funny. So I could be all like, ooh, cool. Just take that moment, put it into the folder I have of funny moments. Sometimes I just watch those funny moments again just to get a good laugh. And it's like, I don't mean like funny moments that are like kind of chuckle worthy, maybe. I mean the kind of moments that I can just watch over and over again and just keep laughing about them. Like accidentally censoring this while we're playing Stacklands. Or the old, what has Osha ever done for me, Shaw? Oh. I mean, seriously, well, I found that timing to be funny. But yeah, of course, with the whole trying to find funny moments has made me want to record games even if I'm not planning on uploading them. Like, there was a while when I was just playing through Cyberpunk because watching, didn't want to make videos of it. But we should have still been recording anyway because of a few funny moments that ended up happening. And then I did start recording it, and the funny moments didn't really so much happen. Azura is kind of poking fun at how I like to keep driving like off-road in Cyberpunk. And at one point she started singing the part of the Flintstone scene. It's like, was it? Yeah, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, blah blah blah. She sings through the whole thing. It's like, you're about to hit a chestnut tree. And then my car basically just does a barrel roll. Like, I didn't try to do anything. It just hit collision just right. Just... It's like... right at the end of the song. Do a barrel roll. It's like... sometimes the timing is nice. I mean, yeah, timing is one of the key aspects of comedy. Boop. So yeah. So it seems like basically today, for the most part, I'm planning on doing the Magic Arena. I think it's mostly going to be Magic Arena, Minecraft, getting some recording out of the way early. I am planning on going out this weekend, visiting family and all that stuff. Oh, that's what I have to tell my pony group, that I'll be out this weekend. And very probably won't... I mean, hold on, here's the thing. But no, maybe. So if I bring my handheld, what are the odds that I'll be able to plug it into a TV and still use it to... Not very good. And I'd have to bring my handheld computer in order to use Roll20, because I don't have Roll20 Premium to be able to use my phone on Roll20. Yeah, you have to pay for like Roll20 Premium. So like your players can use like their phones for it. And if Roll20 Premium was like a one-time payment, I'm sure I would have bought it years ago, even if it was like $100 just for the premium. There was a long time when I was using Roll20 heavily while I had a job, so I probably would have bought it at some point. I even remember thinking about that as well. It's like, oh gosh, if only this was just a one-time payment, I'd just pay it and be done with it. and just have it. But unfortunately, it's not a one-time payment, it's a monthly thing, and I don't use it, like, I don't use Roll20 frequently enough for it to be worth a recurring payment. I think it's like $20 or $30 a month, too. Like, if it's like $1 a month, $12 a year, it's like, okay, sure. $5 would be where it's pushing it. $60 a year for something I don't use all year long. If I'm going to be paying $60 a year on something, I'd want it to be something that I use at least once a week. You know, like internet, which is actually more than $60 a year. I've upgraded to, what is it, megabit, gigabit, whatever, internet? I've upgraded to internet that is supposed to be really good, and in fact is definitely a lot faster than it was before, and it's like almost $100 a month. But with the amount of uploading, downloading, and streaming I do, no, not streaming on Twitch, just streaming stuff on Discord, usually to Azura, like while I'm doing recordings of single-player games with Azura, they are. Shout out to Mimic Logic. Having the good internet is definitely worth it, so I use it basically every day. Although it seems like I might start getting billed for the for my RSP's like security thing, so I really want to get to the bottom of that. Because if they're trying to charge me for like the ability to use the security camera they gave me, I'm going to complain about that, because I was told that was free. Yeah, part of the sign up for this, I got a security camera and also apparently like an Amazon Echo or whatever. I haven't even taken it out of the box. I haven't bothered setting it up or using it yet. So if they're gonna try to charge me for these things that were supposed to be free, I'll complain about that. Oh wait, in other rather recent news, trying to keep things positive here. E-bike should be arriving on Thursday. Hello, Cinnamon. Come here. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned I got Cinnamon a Kong. He doesn't quite get the purpose, but he liked it when I filled it up with catnip. I'm guessing he just ate all the catnip and then just got all snuggly for a while, instead of continuing to play with this new toy. Right, yeah. Still have some magic cards waiting in the mail. I guess after this episode, I'll go check downstairs to see if the mail's gone here. I complain about living in an apartment quite often, but it does have perks. For example, not having to go outside to check the mail. That is kind of rather quite a perk. Is this entire episode just going to be me trying to forge this watering can? I think I still need at least 11 more levels before it can potentially succeed. I mean, if that's all this episode is, and that's all this episode is, like... I'm good with this being so easy. Yeah. e-bike should be here on Thursday. You're gonna be able to basically get it, bring it home, and then leave it out for the weekend without it. Today, planning on doing probably a bunch of Arena and then also Minecraft. Tomorrow, probably get a bulk more recording done. Probably. And yeah. Tomorrow, hanging out with my mom, getting a new bike helmet because by Canadian law, from what I was able to find, I searched like two Canada, laws of Canada websites, and they both say that if you are riding an e-bike in Canada, regardless of your age, you have to wear a motorcycle helmet. That's the law. Because something I've never actually seen, anyone else using an e-bike, at least in real life, as far as I'm aware. I'm willing to believe that. See it. Gosh. It has gone to the point where, oh, I have to record, has taken up so much of my, passive, just, time, that it's getting kind of annoying, because I can't just, play a game. I have to also record it. It used to be fun to just play some whatever game, watch YouTube, play game, do blah, 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 blah. But now I have to talk while I'm playing a game. I can't just be watching YouTube. To be fair, I've already kind of mostly burned out on any, interesting stuff that's on YouTube. So there isn't really a lot on YouTube that I'd want to just passively watch anyway, but, whatever. So, yeah, I can't just watch videos while I play a game. I have to just play the game and talk, and talk, and talk, and talk, and talk. And 2 hours a day isn't very much, relatively speaking. But then I need to go out for a weekend and, have to record an extra, 4, 6, 7 videos? Because I'm going out for a weekend. I'm going out for this weekend. Well, actually, I'm leaving on Thursday, coming back on Monday, so I have to record. So normally, the day before, I have, the next day's episodes. So on Wednesday, I would have Thursday's episodes done regardless. But then I also I'm leaving on Thursday, so that does give me a bit of time to record videos for Friday. But then I also, before I leave, have to do Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and at least the first video for Tuesday, if not both of them. Because if I happen to get back too late on Monday, I won't be able to record. And, I remember twice I had it where I was, literally a solid month of recordings ahead, but I can't properly do that anymore because I don't record batches of Rune Factory videos anymore. Because Rune Factory hasn't been a batch-worthy game since I got all binged out on Rune Factory 4. I'm pretty sure, I started with the recording Rune Factory, and I literally just recorded, dozens of hours of it immediately. And then, of course, people say, it's oh, if you just blah, 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 edit the Minecraft videos, you can turn that one 4-hour video into 4 1-hour videos. Yeah, I know. I could. I absolutely could. 100%. I totally could. I'm not going to argue with that because it's true. What you have to understand, or you should understand, is I don't want to do that. That's my argument against it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, these holy apples! See, normally for something boring and monotonous like this, I'd just be watching YouTube But then I'm also mostly listening to YouTube because I have to keep an eye on the rune points up there. But now I'm talking this whole time. If you ever want to know what it's like to try to do a recording, legitimately, play a game and just talk, essentially to yourself, the entire time while you play. If you ever wonder, oh, how did the YouTuber miss such and such thing? It's because we're too busy trying to keep up a conversation with ourselves to notice every last intricate and intimate detail of a video game. Yeah, have magic cards. They're supposed to be coming in the mail. Hopefully. I mean, I was expecting them to be here last Monday. It's now the next week's Tuesday. Once I'm done with this, I'll go and check that. Then I'll go and see if Rune is working. If it's still not working, I don't know. Check on, see what Azura is up to. Regardless of if the cards are here or not. But if Arena's not working, I guess I'll just do another recording of something or other. Right. The urge to just record basically everything I do so much has kind of leaked into other aspects. Like, one of the somewhat hobbies I have is just playing Magic the Gathering over webcam. Generally speaking, playing games of Commander via webcam. It's okay, sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's a bit boring or monotonous, but sometimes it's fun. And nice to do. But it's like, while I'm doing that, it's like I'm not recording stuff. Like, technically I could record the games, but I don't really want to record spell table games like that. I could. I don't know if I should. Maybe that's the thing. Like, now I'm thinking about, it's like, oh, but what if I record more aspects of my life? Like, no, so maybe that's just a thing. You get a group, start vibing, it's like, hey, we record this for my YouTube channel? Do some Commander gameplay? It's like... yeah, maybe, whatever. But it's like, the fact that mentality is there, it's like, yes. Needing... and it's like... but then... I mean, the biggest reason for why I don't do that isn't the whole, well, it'd be awkward to try to ask people every time I go to play a game, hey, do you mind if I record this? It's the fact that I started doing the recordings to have an excuse to be playing games, so I don't necessarily need to record games that I was already planning on playing. Anyway, I was already going to play Commander. I don't have to use the, well, I have to record something as an excuse for playing it. But like, Rune Factory, gotta record some more Rune Factory, so I'm playing and recording Rune Factory. If it wasn't for the channel, I would not be playing. I don't think I would have replayed Rune Factory 4. I would have played Rune Factory 5. Would probably just be in it and probably petered out sooner than I wound up doing so. But I probably would have still at least played it, but then I would not have gone back to playing Rune Factory 1 or 2 or 3. Like, a heckin' lot of games that I have played, I would not have played if it wasn't for having to do recording of them. And some of those games I really enjoyed too, like Momodora was fun. There's that one Momodora game I was playing and recording, I did like, what, 3 episodes of, and then I stopped because the game is still in early access. I did record a bit more. I recorded like 6 minutes of an episode, and then realized I literally can't go anywhere. This game has like 1 boss fight, that's it. So it's like, well, this is 6 minutes of a recording to put down This is 6 minutes of a recording to put into something later, maybe. Yeah. And then, of course, I want to do more VR, and it used to be the case where Zoe would go to bed at, like, midnight, and then I'd go and do, like, an hour of VR, and then head to bed myself, because doing Beat Saber and stuff. Other people say, oh, don't exercise just before bed, because it winds you up and makes you have a lot of energy, but for me, I find it to be the opposite. If I do, especially, like Beat Saber, it makes me really tired, and I just want to collapse. If I, really push it for, like, an hour. One thing I should be doing is doing some VR, like, right when I wake up. Wake up, go to the bathroom, get my water, start cooking breakfast. I don't know. But just, like, chicken. Could chicken just be considered breakfast? If I were to put some, like, frozen chicken on to cook, did some VR for about half an hour while that cooks, and then ate the chicken. It's like, is that a suitable breakfast? Just air-fried chicken. I think that'd be a suitable breakfast. All of the rest are level 5. Oh, whoops. Interesting. If your health is, like, already, like, half, it only takes, like, a quarter of your health. But if your health is, like, closer to full, it takes more. Curious. Right. And, like, I have done recordings of some VR games here and there, but already mentioned how recording VR games is kind of awkward, but yeah. So it's like I can't just be like a normal person, just like, oh yeah, going out for this weekend. All I have to do is make sure to tell my group that I might not be able to host a game, and then I'm ready to go and get packed. It's like, I still haven't gotten packed for this weekend. To be fair, I'm planning on picking up my laundry tomorrow, and then I'll be able to pack my laundry. And probably on, like, Thursday, I'll pack up, like, computers VR. I say computers, plural. I might bring a computer. Bring my tablet, though. That has my stories on it. I had a lot of reading done last time. That's another thing I don't do as much as I want to. Reading. Reading is nice. Reading is fun. Although, yeah, I read really slowly. Not because of, like, developmental things, like, I can read fast, but if I like the story, I want to read it slowly. This is a thing that, seems like some people understand, some people don't understand, but if I like a story, I want to read it slowly, enjoy it. Maybe every once in a while, I, like, pause and think, it's like, okay, how would I have written that differently? Like, would it, it's like, my natural, my natural instinct is that I would have written the story with, like, this happening. Maybe the character does this action or says these lines. How would that impact the story as a whole? Would the story be better off if that had happened, or does the author have a point in making it this specific way? are the ramifications of characters doing this? Like, what are, like, the author gave this character this ability. It's like, what are the further reaching possibilities of a character having such a... And now all I'm thinking about is how at some point in the past I talked about that I don't like doing random questions on, like, books and stuff that I read. But it turns out I do like doing them as I'm reading the book, and then just kind of, like, half answering them, and then I get bored of answering the question, and I just stop. Like, on a test, you can't just stop answering a question. It's like, okay, how would I have written this difference? Like, well, I have... It's like, write that the person is taking, like, a confident pose, or something. Like, you know, the Superman pose, like, put their fists on their hips, and just like, yeah. Kind of thing. It's like... Or maybe, like, it's like, okay, I can visualize, like, how I'd want the character to move, and then, like, okay, but how would you specifically write that? It's like, okay, character has, like, one, like, hand kind of, like, weakly behind their back, as if they are grabbing for something off of, like, the back of their belt. Like, not, like, the whole arm behind their back, like, as if it's tied up there, but, like, just the hand, just kind of there. Other hand, like, up, fingers pinched near their eyebrow as they extend their arm forward and just kind of lower their forearm and snap their wrist in the other person's face. Like, how would, like, I can visualize how I'd want the character to move, but how would that be written? And for some reason I think about that more while reading than while writing. Writing, it's like, yeah, character snaps in the person's face. No, literally, like, they're not... Like, literally snaps. They're not, like, getting angry. They just snap their fingers. But I would absolutely... I remember years ago, back when I was a teenager, I had this little netbook computer. It's like so small. It's like maybe 8 or 10 inches across. Like, somewhere within that range. And it was perfect for writing. Something about having a tiny keyboard. Because of the way that I type, which, of course, is not the proper way to type, but it's how I type. I could type so flippin' fast on there. I mean, I say it was so flippin' fast. It was like, what, 1,000 words an hour, but... 1,000 words divided by 60. 1,000 words an hour is only about 16 words a minute. Which is about... what, 1 word every maybe 4 seconds? Which isn't very much, but that wasn't just base typing rate. Yeah, that wasn't just base typing speed, like as if I'm copying something that's already written down. That was typing new information rate. For reference, NaNoWriMo has people writing 1,666.6 repeating words per day, 1667, for an entire month. National November Writing Month or National Novel Writing Month. People take the month of November to try to write an entire novel start to finish of, what is that, 50,000 words or something? I have my calculator open. Yeah, 50,000 words or more is about 1,667 words a day. And I forget if it was 1,000 words in an hour or 2,000 words in an hour that I could do. But even so, that's like, take my 2 hours of recording, put that into writing. In a month, you can write a novel. And I'm completely biased towards my own work because I wrote it, so I think it's great. I hear all the time that when people write, like, the first draft is absolute slop, but then the second draft, it's like a little bit better, third draft is a little bit better, and just keeps getting a little bit better. I'm 100% biased towards my own work, and I will I will not try to argue against that. However, I think that my first draft of work is actually pretty good. And other people have said that they have liked my first draft works. I mean, of course they could have just been, being kind. Absolutely. However, because most of the time my writing won't get a second draft. I just write out the thing and that's it. But anyway, whatever. I had this little netbook. It was really awesome. I kind of want to get another one specifically for the purposes of writing on. Like, I've tried a few different styles of keyboards for writing, and that one specifically feels good, and all others kind of feel bad to write with. Actually, if I were to go online and try to check, let's check out this website. I mean, a whole netbook computer seems like it would be a lot just for writing. But I mean, if it's like $100. So, like, all it really needs is a small keyboard. Yeah, look, ultra slim Bluetooth keyboard, 10-inch mini wireless. Could put that on, like, I don't know, my tablet or my phone or something. Basically, the way that I type when I really start getting into typing, I use 3 fingers. There, $21 for a mini keyboard. 2 to 3 hour charge, but you can just probably keep it plugged in. 3 months of standby. Wait, 2. So, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just buy this. Have a keyboard. Okay. Buying a whole computer just for writing on feels like a bit overkill when I don't do a lot of writing. But just having a keyboard for writing on seems probably okay. I don't know. Like I said, get like a stand for my tablet or something, or connect it to my living room computer and type on there. Probably on the tablet, get a nice writing program on there. Cinnamon! Get off the wall! So yeah. And that's one of the perks to just talking to oneself for hours a day. Sometimes you get ideas. Yeah, I think... So, I don't think I'm going to actually buy that keyboard today. I'm going downtown tomorrow anyway. I'll see if we can stop by, like, Staples. And just see, and just see if I can find a suitable keyboard there. Because I really want to, like, test out such a keyboard ahead of time. And if I can find a nice Bluetooth keyboard that I like the typing feel of, yeah, bring it along. Just imagine being there, little brother says, like, hey, let's write a story together. pull out of my purse a tablet and a keyboard. I still argue that a perfectly suitable keyboard could very well be a controller. Okay. Back 6? I want to say 7 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago. You know, before COVID. I was in need of a new, like, computer. Because the current laptop I'd been using, and yes, up to until 2020, until then I'd just only been using laptops, but the current laptop I was using was on like its last legs. I needed a new computer, partially wanted to upgrade to play better games. So I was all like, okay, it's like, alright, let's do some research, get myself a new laptop and all that. Looked through a bunch of stuff, was kind of iffy on things. I remember actually being at Staples, and someone that I knew from my local game store, from playing Magic the Gathering with, came up and we started talking, and he had recommended a specific gaming laptop. So I was like, okay, cool. Got the computer, it was like $2,000 or something, like, you know, it was supposed to be a really, like, darn good computer. Or whatever. It was maybe not too good. It was, you know, it was supposed to be a really good computer. Bought it home, installed Steam, downloaded Skyrim, which at the time was already years and years old. This didn't happen in like 2011 or 2012. Like, it was already years and years old, but I figured, okay, well, I don't actually have any of like the new AAA games. Like, Cyberpunk wasn't out yet. So like, I'll just use this, see how this goes. Play this, try to get about a feel for it. It stuttered during the opening cutscene of Skyrim, like, a lot. And I looked into it and found out that what was happening was it was crashing for, like, a second. Constantly. The opening cutscene of Skyrim is normally just, 2 to 3 minutes? Between the, like, hey, you're finally awake, and starting to make your character. It's only maybe 2 minutes. Maybe 3 at the most. The thing crashed, I think, like, 50 times. So be playing, everything just freezes for maybe a second or two, then continues and crashes. Like, I found out, I had to, like, look it up, that, what exactly was happening, and yeah, like, Mini crashed, like, 50 times in the opening cutscene. So that very same day, I go back to Staples, and I'm like, hey, this computer you just sold me today has issues. Like, this is under warranty. I have a free month of warranty that I got when I bought this. What's with these issues? And I think the overall thing was, like, they couldn't fix it, but they could give me a full refund. So I'm like, okay, yes, thank you. Please, I will take the full refund. It's like, I don't want to be, like, angry at you because, like, y'all didn't know that this computer was bad. But I'm telling you, this computer is bad. And if you try to pull something over on me, then I'll get angry. And they're like, no, yeah, we'll give you, full refund, back to your card. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, well, I'm at Staples anyway, and I still need a new computer. Let's keep looking around. And I found a gaming tablet. The Surface Pro, I believe it was the Surface Pro 4. And, you know, did some quick research on it, and it's supposed to be really good. So I wound up going home with a gaming tablet that day. But I couldn't also afford, like, the attached keyboard, because that was another, like, $200 for it's not just a regular keyboard, it's, like, a keyboard that, like, plugs into the tablet, like, directly, so you can turn it into basically like laptop mode, except that this keyboard is, like, 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters thick. Oh. Yeah, no, anyway. Yeah, the keyboard's like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters thick, and blah, 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 couldn't get it, was gonna, wait till my next paycheck, blah, 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 blah. Bought it home, was like, well, I don't have any, like, USB keyboards around, because I've only been using laptops, can't plug one of those into here, so I would like some sort of a keyboard for this. Looked it up, found an application where I can use a controller as a keyboard, and I had a USB controller. I set it up so I think like move the right stick, moves like the cursor and stuff, hit like right trigger, click. Basically like with my handheld computers now, how those work. It's like, yeah, because it could be mouse or a keyboard, and it's like, okay, wait, I could it's like I can make it so, like if I hit like the X button, it makes like an X. It was a PlayStation controller for the record, so I couldn't do 8. And then I thought, it's like, huh, there are a lot of buttons on here. Up, down, left, and right on each of the sticks, and clicking them in. Like, each stick is 5 buttons. According to this, like, okay. So I set it up so basically everything on the controller was a button. I think, yeah, left stick was RSTLN. Up is R, right is... RSTLN. And then the right stick was vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. I don't remember what anything else was, but I know that if I held the left trigger, I could then hit other buttons to do other things. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So I think I only had like 23 other buttons, so some of the letters, like Q, Y, and Z, I think. I had to hold like left trigger and then hit stuff for that, but also like, I think like start was space. Yeah, basic, and I started to get good at typing using a controller. Like, I started to get decently good at it. It's like, well, I mean, I have all the keys. Just open up like word processor and just start typing using a controller. And like, I wish I had kept doing that and kept like learning that and being good at that, because I could just imagine it's like, oh yeah, get the computer, plug a controller in. It's like have a controller just plugged it into my computer. Oh gosh, have like okay, have the controller be the keyboard, and then start up a game, map everything else, everything on to map it so the controller functions as a keyboard, and map it so I use mouse and keyboard, where the controller is the keyboard. So I'm playing a game with a controller, but the game thinks I'm using a keyboard. It's so stupid, but it's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I guess it's time to go and check the mail. Next episode, we're actually going to do a day's worth of stuff. Got like a good, 10 plus levels of forging, and so that at least nothing happened in this game. Whew. So yeah, I've got the next few days kind of laid out for me a little bit. I still gotta do recordings. That's kind of been my biggest priority. Keep playing games. Child me would be like so jealous of the me of now. I just get to play games all day, every day. Kind of cool, I suppose.